Hello and welcome back to Pokeball Insiders video walkthrough for Pokemon Sun and Moon version. This is Chapter 14. In this chapter we're going to reach the Altar of the Moon, or Altar of the Sun. We're going to head into Ultra Space and capture the title legendary, in our case Lunala. So once you've taken the Z Crystal from the pedestal, go ahead and just continue forward. And you'll arrive at the base of the Altar of the Sun, and Hapu and Lily will be waiting here to converse a little with us. Lily's gonna go ahead and heal us up real quick. So the idea here is that we're going to, Lily and ourselves are going to sound the Sun Flute and the Moon Flute at the same time to summon the legendary Pokemon. So go ahead and ascend to the top of this long staircase. If you want to mess around a little bit near the edge, it's kind of funny. You'll just kind of dangle over a little bit. I found it a little amusing. So Lily's gonna play the flute of the version that you are not playing on, in our case the Sun Flute. That leaves the Moon Flute for us. We're gonna go ahead and stand opposite of Lily, so in our case that's to the right, and just forward onto this pedestal here, surrounded with water. Will you blow the Moon Flute? Yes, we will. In Moon version, you'll need to wait till nighttime, and that's going to just automatically pass. And in Sun version, you'll need to wait till daytime. So if you're on the wrong time cycle, it's just going to flip for you. And then you'll begin playing the flute. It'll be a cool little animation here with prism laser is the best way I can describe it. Shoots into the center of this altar. Lily will lose her backpack. Inside of it, Cosmoem will reach its final form. And in our case, that's going to be Lunala. So Nebby, Cosmog, and Cosmoem later in the game actually evolve into the title legendary. If you're playing Sun version, it's going to be Solgaleo rather than Lunala. But so I believe it's the first time that a legendary Pokemon has had at least a title legendary is out of pre-evolution. That's kind of an interesting new dynamic. So, really, we've had this legendary Pokemon carried around with us the entire time. It's not quite reaching its full potential. In this scene, Lunala's gonna open ultra wormhole and swoop us into ultra space real quick like. Oh, he's kind of just talking about the beauty of ultra space. It's kind of got like a cave-like, sci-fi-like feel to it. Some pretty cool music in the background. Apparently Mahina P is the only thing Lunala knows how to say. Pretty soon you'll run into Guzma, who's been waiting here and has something to say to us. It's a unique animation thing, kind of showing the almost ghost-like power of Ultra Beast. Guzma explains how even he realizes that Lusamine is kind of far out of it right now, and of course it's our job to go and combat that. So go ahead, follow Lily forward to this next little opening area. Another cutscene will begin. So Lusamine's gonna appear and talk about how she's sick of seeing us and we should have just left her alone with the Ultra Beasts. Of course we weren't gonna let that happen. Lusamine goes on about why it's right for her to kind of be selfish in this, and that she has no reason to surround herself with things that aren't beautiful. Now Lily, she's not having much of that. Kind of lays down the law for her mom there. Outright calls her terrible. And Lusamine combats that with calling her ugly. This is just not a healthy mother-daughter relationship. So Lusamine summons an Ultra Beast that apparently is more special than the rest that surround her. And then an unexpected turn of events seems to become one with the Ultra Beast. So, as you might have predicted, it's our job to take Lusamine out. And what better way to do that than a classic Pokemon battle? The first Pokemon she'll send out is a level 50 Clefable. Throw out a couple moves here, hopefully. Luckily landed a critical hit there, so didn't have to take any damage. Wouldn't have killed without the critical hit there. Next she's going to send in a Miss Magius. This is going to be another level 50. And of course Mimikyu's also going to service wall here. Next she'll send in a low again. We're going to use Incineroar to burn right through that choice. There's one more Pokemon defeated. Nothing too hard there. Next she's going to send out Melodic. In hindsight, probably should have changed Pokemon here. Melodic being part water type. Lucky for us, Z-type Z moves are pretty powerful. Still managed to get the one-hit KO there. Lusamine's final Pokemon is going to be a level 50 Beware. Of course, gonna use Flying type to try and take him out, but it's got a lot of defense here. Drill Peck only doing about a third. Luckily, we've got Beak Blast, which is a super powerful flying type, and that's gonna just take it out altogether. And with that, we've defeated Lusamine, even in her Ultra Beast form. In a moment of distress, Lily calls Lunala in for help. And Lusamine doesn't look too happy about that. But that may very well be the Ultra Beast inside of her, causing her to behave this way. Because after that blow, the two become separated. Lusamine is clearly not doing too well. Two kind of share a moment here. You can see that Lusamine has change of heart of sorts. Unfortunately, Ultra Space doesn't seem to be that stable, and there's a whole lot of Ultra Beasts coming our way. Everyone's fading in and out. Luckily, we've got Lunala there to safely guide us out of Ultra Space. We'll arrive back at the altar momentarily. To meet up with Hapu, who's relieved that we're just doing just dandy. Hapu gives us a delightful compliment on the good mentor we've been towards Zoe. It's quite kind of her. Lily just seems to be able to understand the repetitive mahinas of Lunala. I'm not sure how she developed that understanding, but seems to be going just fine anyhow. But Lily points out that because she's not a trainer, she doesn't feel like she would be able to properly watch after Lunala, so that weight falls on our shoulders. And now, a moment you've probably been waiting for, the battle with the title legendary of the game. We definitely recommend saving before you come in the battle, but unlike some past games, if you mess up catching Lunala and you accidentally knock it out, or you white out, you will have an immediate opportunity to catch it once again. So a good strategy is to immediately throw a quick ball out first. It's a fairly decent chance that you'll just catch Lunala outright, but obviously no guarantee. Title legendary, either Lunala or Solgaleo, is not actually too difficult to catch. The catch rate is the lowest it's ever been for a legendary, so using your Master Ball is probably not a good idea. The battle is a little more challenging, but the actual catching process is really not any more difficult than any other Pokemon, so shouldn't have too much trouble catching it. Good idea just to inflict some sort of status condition. Paralysis here. Sleep also works. Poison's not usually a good idea just because you run the danger of the Pokemon becoming knocked out. So here I'm just kind of grinding away. And it's honestly reasonable to start throwing Ultra Balls even when the health is in the yellow, but we're going to try and get it down to the red just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And we just barely didn't knock out Lunala here. It's about as low of health as a Pokemon can get. Can't be much more than 1 HP there. Now I'm going to toss Ultra Balls. People have caught these legendaries in Pokeballs. It's not that crazy difficult. Ultra Balls, if it's nighttime, Dusk Balls are going to work well. And as you can see, we threw 1 Ultra Ball and caught Lunala, so shouldn't have too much trouble with that. If you want more strategy, our legendary Pokemon page on Pokeballinsider.com is always going to give you more detailed strategy there on all the tips for catching legendaries, which ones are going to be hardest and easiest to catch, things like that. We're going to go ahead, Salazzle has done us well, but we're going to go ahead and use this legendary, just to kind of show off a little bit of what it can do for the short remaining part of the game. So we've now got our final team ready to take on the Pokemon League. So Lily entrusts us with her Nebby. We've now caught the title legendary, which is most excellent. As you can see, Lily is taking on the role of sort of the mother that she never really had. Concern. It's a very interesting dynamic. The first time in the series that a legendary Pokemon, the title legendary specifically, has been treated in such a way that we've kind of been with it the entire time, and then it has kind of a connection to us as a trainer and to Lily. In the past, it was always just a beast that you caught and then used as any other Pokemon. There's never that special connection, so it's definitely an interesting dynamic. Notice that Nanu is here after an excruciating climb. And he introduces us to the idea that Alola is going to have an actual Pokemon League now. And of course, that's where we're going to be headed for the next episode, so if you would like some tips on the Pokemon League in Elite Four and getting to there, of course, tune in next time. So just make sure to agree, go to Tapu Village with him unless for some reason you want to hang around the altar for a little bit longer. And with that, this episode will draw to a close. We'll pick up here next time. Thanks for watching.